My entitled mum seems to be blaming me for my poor health and won't stop pushing for natural remedies. I have biliary disease and my mum keeps going on about me eating better, doing liver flushes and stuff that isn't helpful and could even be harmful. I had to go on a liquid and then soft foods diet last year. I'm still mostly on it, though I have been able to add on a few things and still have to go slowly and carefully. Most of my protein comes from High Protein Boost, a nutrition replacement drink, per my doctor. She keeps trying to get me to take turmeric and drink turmeric tea, which says on the package, do not consume if you have liver, gallbladder or biliary problems. We're pretty sure she snuck me some when she was helping me recover from surgery a couple months ago, because I had some issues one day in particular after she brought me a tea that didn't taste right. I was still really drugged up, so at the time I didn't think about it and only later realized she had left the tea for me to drink. I put the pieces together and realized what she had done. When I sent her a photo of the warning label, she said she was glad I saw that before trying it. Before that instance, she had ordered some various supplements, including turmeric and curcumin, for me and had them shipped directly to the house. She texted my husband and was encouraging him to give them to me. He helps me with my medications when I'm too sick to get out of bed, and I trust him wholeheartedly to keep me safe. Obviously, he hasn't done that. He said if she wants to waste her money, that's on her. Despite knowing about the warning label on the tea and us repeatedly telling her I can't take it, she's still sending my husband articles about the benefits of turmeric and curcumin. This is where the text conversation started between them yesterday. She sent him a journal article about the benefits of curcumin. The article was from 2013, and he responded with a more recent 2021 article explaining how patients with liver issues are negatively affected by turmeric and curcumin. Fun fact about my husband, he is extremely patient and doesn't fly off the handle. We also live in her house that we pay the mortgage and HOA on. She lives with her new husband 2 hours away. The mortgage and HOA combined is half of what we could rent a tiny dump for locally. We are actively saving for a house, but the market here has been terrible. After that, she went off on her second favourite topic, the CV vaccine. We had the original bivalent shots as soon as we were eligible to get them and have had annual boosters since. We don't get them as often as she seems to think though. We get it at the same time as our annual flu vaccine. She asked him if we've gotten any more shots since our last one in October. No, because that's not how they work. But we do plan on getting our next booster in the fall. After that, she sent him her diet that helps numbers. I don't know what numbers she's referring to, but my liver function tests are scary bad. Like, I've had 6 procedures in the last year to try to figure out why. Her diet recommendations aren't bad. It's a good basic healthy diet. Lean meat, lots of vegetables and fruits, oatmeal, Greek yogurt, that type of stuff. But they're essentially what I'm already eating, except I'm still not able to eat a lot. But meat specifically is difficult. I supplement with High Protein Boost, which she thinks is harmful since it's not natural. Also, I'm allergic to oats and have to keep reminding her. I love oatmeal and wish I could eat it, but it triggers joint inflammation and skin issues. Then she sent another long text which really hurt. Sometimes there is too much info out there that's contradicting each other. Nothing natural is harmful unless it has added chemicals. God didn't make junk, but don't worry, I'm done. All it seems to do is upset. She has to get sick and tired of being sick and tired of this like you and I did. And please, you don't have to tell her I've said anything. 3 things about that specific text. First, she says she's done a lot but will continually bring up unnecessary and unhelpful stuff, even when I ask her to stop. Second, she doesn't think I'm sick and tired enough. I've had a year's worth of poor health on top of having 18 years of these cycles with my liver. They've only gotten worse over time, and I've tried everything, including dieting, which did help, but obviously not enough because I'm sick again. I've been dismissed enough by doctors in the past, and I've finally gotten into a good team at a good hospital who have all assured me it's not in my head and I'm really sick. I feel like she wants me to suffer. I honestly can't imagine getting sicker. It's already disrupting my life, and I've been lucky it's not any worse. I don't want it to be. I want to get better. She always told me growing up I was a hypochondriac whenever I would complain about stuff like frequent headaches. When I reminded her of that a few months ago, she gasped and said she'd never say anything like that. I remember specific instances, and it was way more than once or twice. Third, she always tells him not to say anything to me, which is hilarious. He's my husband and best friend. Then whenever she goes on these rants with him, she'll kind of disappear and won't talk to either of us for a week or more, which is honestly fine. I need the breaks. Which makes us feel like she knows he tells me. I've never indicated that I knew about the conversations or asked her to stop doing that with him, BC. I want her to feel like she can trust him. He would rather be the target, BC doesn't want her ranting to me, BC, he doesn't want me stressed. My husband basically repeated the same things we have told her already. including that this is probably hereditary and something we're going to have to deal with long term. For context, my dad's mom's side of the family has a history of gallbladder disease and liver cancer. I haven't had contact with him or any of his relatives in over 10 years. I cut them off for my own emotional and mental health. The last 2 texts she sent him circle back to the CV vaccine and how it's not natural. She even told him that I always had problems with shots growing up, which is a flat-out lie. I was on state health insurance growing up and she always got our vaccines on time. She thinks getting the virus will protect you. Luckily, I already had the vaccine before I caught CV, and I'm glad I did, because I can't imagine how bad it would be if I had raw dogged it. She also stated that my dad's mom died of the vaccine. No one on my dad's side of the family reached out to tell me my grandma had died or invite me to the funeral. She, my mum, told me in a text message, and that was the entire conversation. My grandma had liver cancer and a liver transplant 10 years prior to her death, and I do know she had chronic pancreatitis as a result of the cancer treatment. So I have no context as to what she means about the vaccine since I wasn't around or involved with that family. My grandma died 4 years ago, and this is the first time she's ever brought that up. After the last text, my husband just ignored her. She came back hours later and apologized, which she always does and always thinks that makes everything better and we should just all forget and move on. I'm not sure if this would be a good idea, but you might want to report this to the police, because if your mom does manage to tamper your food with her stuff, that could land her with either an assault or possibly even an attempted murder charge, since she knows what you can and can't eat.